the future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Back to throw. Whip. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Whip. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Buccaneers 7, Chargers 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They go play action with Burrow. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Right back on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU. It was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he stopped immediately there. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defensive. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw on 3rd down. Witt. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, can. 2 force the mark.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll look to run with Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. A try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Buccaneers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Whip. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Whip. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, it's Hill, complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play action. It's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And they go play action now. Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Witt. He finds his running back, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
To Joe Mixon. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. To Mixon on the check down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joe Mixon, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Chargers 17, Buccaneers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Good catch, made on the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Burrow. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Barrett. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On first down, Witt. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11 MT.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Open man is Miller, he's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barrett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Off the play fake. Whip. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. On the handoff, Taylor shoves him away. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Burrow on 3rd down. Flushed out right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They go play action with Burrow. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for L.A. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Off-play action. Whip. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Keon Crossen there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on second down. Whip. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away at his timing.
Whip rolling to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Trotter. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
16-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Trotter. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Witt being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Boy, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They go to the ground again with Taylor. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. think they pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chargers, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.